Hey BookTube, what's up? It's Tori. Today I'm coming to you guys with my June wrap-up and my July TBR list. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so June was a really good reading month for me. This month I was able to read 7 books, and a lot of them I was able to do in less than a week. And I haven't been able to do that since before school started last year. So basically a year ago was when the last time I was able to read a book in less than a week. The first book that I was able to read this month was Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Anna and I actually read it together. We were supposed to read The Queen of the Cheerling in May and ended up waiting till the last minute to start it. And by the time we had actually started it, it was too late and hopeless. So we were like, alright, well, let's get something else and see if we can finish it. Well, we got Me Before You and ended up not starting it till the day before June, the last day in May. So we were like, alright, fine. So we'll just make Me Before You our book that we read together for June. And we did, and we finished it in about a week or so, and I was able to read in between helping out with my old dance studio's recital, and that's why she finished it before me. But other than that, we stayed like real close with it, and so we were able to discuss what we were reading, and I really, really enjoyed being able to do that with her, finally, for the first time since we started reading books together. This book that I was able to finish was Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard. I had read Queen Song previously, and I was able to go ahead and do Steel Scars once I actually bought the book, and I finished it in like a day or two. It was super easy, but I was working a dance recital at the time, so it took me a little bit longer. But it was really good. I highly suggest it. I highly, highly recommend the first book in this series, the Red Queen. So good. So good. And after I finished reading Cruel Crown, I went ahead and read Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. This book is the sequel to Red Queen, and it follows Mare's journey to... I can't really say anything without giving away spoilers, but if you haven't read Red Queen yet, it is about these two levels of society, the Silver Bloods and the Red Bloods. The Silver Bloods have powers, and the Red Bloods are like mortal humans. They're plain humans, and the Silver Bloods use them as slaves. Well, Mare Burrow is a Red Blood who discovers that she has silver powers, and it throws the whole plot out of whack, and things go downhill from there, and it's just a wonderful adventure. The next couple of books that I was able to finish were from the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. The first book was Shadow and Bone, followed by Siege and Storm, followed last by Ruin and Rising. This series is about this group of people called the Grisha, and they have also powers. Like, some can control the elements, some can control like metal, and they can mend metal and other objects like bone and stuff like that. And then the other group they're heartrenders. They can heal, they can stop your heart literally with just holding their hand out. And this whole series is about kind of similar to Red Queen, but Elena, in this, she's believed to be immortal, and she discovers that she has Grisha abilities and is taken away to the school to learn how to use her abilities, and it's all about her journey of finding out who she is and what she has to do. The last book that I was able to finish in the month of June was Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. This was the book that Anna and I were supposed to read together this month as well, but I finished it and she didn't. I think she may have just finished it within the last day or two, but she didn't finish it before the end of the month. But I did. But this book is an Alice in Wonderland retelling that focuses on the Red Queen, the Queen of Hearts. It's about her story and how she became to be who she is in Alice in Wonderland. And it definitely left off on a cliffhanger. Yay. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next when the next one comes out, whenever that will be. I'm going to go ahead and go into my to-be-read list for July. Now, I only have 4 of the actual books on my list in person, because I own them there, but one of them is an ebook, and then 2 other ones I'm borrowing from the library, but I just don't have them in my possession yet. The first book on that list would be A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I am currently reading this, and I started it 2 days ago, and I'm almost done. I'm buddy reading it with a girl on Goodreads for the Yearathon challenge, because what it is for July, you want to catch up on your TBR list. And to throw a fun little twist to it, they decided to add a buddy read to it. And so I am buddy reading this with a lovely lady on there, and I haven't talked to her yet today, but we should be at right about the same spot. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. The second book that I've got for my TBR of July, I actually don't have, but it's the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I know that as soon as I finish A Court of Thorns and Roses, I am going to want to dive into the next book, so I put it on hold for my library, and so I'm 3 people in line, so as soon as they're done, it'll be mine. Ha 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 ha. Another book that I've got on my July TBR that I don't own with me is The Crown, which is the 5th book in the Selection series. I also have that one on hold, and I plan to read that as soon as possible. The only reason that I have not bought it yet is because only the hardcover's out, and I have the rest of the series in paperback. So I didn't want to just buy the last one in the hardcover and not have the others. So I have to wait another year before I can get it, but I'll get it soon, I promise. Next up on my TBR list is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. This book came out not too long ago, and I've been really wanting to read it. It's about a girl who lives in a village of people without sound. No one can hear her, but one morning she wakes up and she can hear. And something goes, I know something along the lines of something goes wrong in the village, like their food supply suddenly stops because the village is like in a bowl, and so they get food from like a zip line kind of thing, and that stops, and so she goes to figure out exactly what's going on. But that's all I really know about this, and I heard it's really good. It's a really good standalone, and I've been looking for a good standalone to read, so hopefully it does not fail. Next up, we have Magana by Maria Devana Headley. This book is about this girl named Aza who has breathing trouble. She's got breathing problems, and what she does is she sees a ship flying at night, and she boards the ship, I believe, and goes to a world where she can breathe, a world called Magonia, and in that world she can breathe, and she falls in love, and it's all about saving the world, something along those lines. I don't know that much about it, but my friend Emily read it, and she absolutely loved this book, so she told me that I have to get it and I have to read it. So here you go, Emily. I'm gonna read it this month. Finally, the last book that I have on my July TBR list is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This series, I have heard so much about it, and I just honestly cannot wait to start it, but there's so many books that I have to read on my shelf that I want to just get through that it keeps getting pushed farther and farther back because I keep buying more books and wanting to read more books. So this month, I am going to get to it, hopefully, fingers crossed. But once I finish this one, I'm sure I'm going to want to dive right into Rebel Springs and Gathering Darkness and Frozen Tides, because everyone says once you get this first one done, you have to have the second one. And guess who doesn't own it yet? Me! Hopefully I will, though, by the time I start reading it. But we'll see in time. Okay, and that's all I've got for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I really want to hear what you guys plan to read this month and what y'all read last month. You can go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I love every single one of you who comes out and watches these videos. See you next time. Bye!